orders are as follows. Good morning, cadets. Welcome back to our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, where before we go back to the guild hall, I just want to show off the Minsk. I did spec him as a Gloomstalker Ranger, and unfortunately some of the items I think I'm kind of lacking on rings, so I just put what I had in the chest. And I think, yeah, the same with the boots. Didn't have a lot of choices. Gloves of power, yes. And from the armor, I almost went with the full Catholic set for him, but I ended up with the Blackguard's plate. Cloak, the same. This is one of the only cloaks that I have. And apparently he had the double amulet of restoration, so I'm just gonna get rid of one. I'm fine with it. And we have innate fortitude from the necklace. Yep, got how it is. Then like I said, we do have invisibility, which can help for Minsk, because I'm kind of focused on single target fears, meaning I gain bonus from the circlet, from the head gear. I gave him the circlet of hunting, considering he is gonna be a ranger. Attack rolls against marked creatures by Hunter's Mark, True Strike, Fairy Fire, and Guiding Bolt. And I swapped the bow that was on my character. I gave him this bow because on hit, possibly inflict frightened, and then we gain extra bonus against frightened enemies with the shield that gives disadvantage on saving throws to resist spells or actions that inflict fear. So increased chances for the enemies to get frightened. What did I... Yeah, because I do have True Strike, also have Hunter's Mark, so we can do something like with True Strike. Then we get bonus from the headgear. If the target is frightened as well, we get more bonuses and all that. And for the weapon, I went for the flail because reduce incoming damage, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, and also extra armor class. And it's a main hand, which means I can wear the shield. So he's gonna be a Gloomstalker. We'll see whatever gear I can get, if there's something more. And for my character, I think I gave him, yeah, I gave him the hunting short bow. Advantage against monstrosity types enemies. I also have extra Hunter's Mark as a bonus action, so I can actually use Hunter's Mark for my character. Then Minsk can just use the actions to just fire away. Also, I did a full respec of everybody, like make sure everybody's with the proper stats and all that, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, and in terms of items, there were a couple more options I was thinking. Like I said, it was, let me see, this was the one we did. No, this is the one with the books. This is the one here. So I think I kind of considered also Reaper's Embrace. That's what I considered first, to go with a full set of Catholic. But I think the choices that I made, it's a bit more better. If I hit, frighten the target, which I believe makes the target skip its turn or get some disadvantages on attack rolls. And that's about it. So I don't need more boots, rings, and whatnot. Not that I don't have. So we do have here, but nothing that goes really well with the synergy. So we'll see. Anyway, this is gonna be our team up: Karlak, Jaheira, and Minsk. See the owlbear over here having some fun. So yeah, let's leave the camp. Already rebuffed as much as possible everybody. And that was still in the cistern. Exit this way.
What's in here?
Yeah, okay. This, I'm not interested in the gear. Like I said, for the moment, I have a lot of gold. Okay, let's see how... So I do need to return to... Yeah, return to the guild hall. Surprised that it does not show quest mark over here. Unless we're gonna have a fight on our hands. That could be possibly it. And then we're gonna explore the ancient lair. Pretty much that's kinda it down here. We'll see how priests climb up. Can I actually go up here? Nah,
I'll take that.
I'm not gonna. Let's not get distracted, because maybe I'll find something else. I'll be, ooh, what's that? And then 1 hour later, well, I kind of wanted to go to the guild hall. Yeah, again, we're gonna pass through here. So, guys, don't sleep. Thank you. I mean, if they sleep, it is what it is, but...
the smell of adventure in the very heart of the city.
The city's lower intestine, perhaps?
Better yet, what swifter way to strike at evil's butt than to crawl through its innards?
Oh, Minsk. Right, and looks like Voss is still here. Again, surprised that it does not show on the map. I would think... Ah, interesting. Maybe because it doesn't say show on the map. But actually that theory is kinda debunked, because AD Underdog says show on map, but I don't have the waypoint. While on Kithak Voss I don't have show on map. So okay, I have no idea then. Why exactly is not showing? And conveniently, we're just gonna pop into the office through the back door. Which is wide open. I don't remember. Did I leave it wide open or... I don't think so. Whoa. Nobody's here? Ah, they are, but they're outside. Guys, you're kind of poor over here. What the hell? Okay, so they are outside.
Any guild member strikes the first blow, it won't be the Zentrum that kills them.
Okay, 9 fingers, what's going on here? Okay,
What has
finally.
you sneaking around? Oh.
Minsk does not sneak, Queen Cutpurse. He follows a direct line from boot to butt.
Turning the Zentrum on me with my own coin. A dramatic entrance to land the killing blow yourself. I'll give you this, Stone Lord. You've got style.
Minsk has no such style. We are here to cleanse the Zentish taint, not to rub it all the deeper.
You expect me to believe that you're here to help me?
Yeah, against the Zent, at least.
Helping first and harming after. Justice dines on a set menu, 9 fingers. And Boo will be having seconds.
Don't let the hamster nibble on anything valuable. We might just get along, Stone Lord. Come then. There are visitors in my guild hall. I'd be a poor host to keep them waiting.
Oh, okay, you mean here, right? That. Hold up. What class are you? Dagger specialist, dagger thrower. So what exactly? It does not say. It's like if it's like a specific class, like ranger or whatnot. But looks like could be like around rogue, fighter rogue maybe. Oh, make kind of sense because she just took out 2 of the Zent like this. The hell. All right, so you are next, and oh, Minsk is first. Dread ambusher, yes. 70%.
Spell or sweaty embrace. Minsk has you now.
Okay. Ooh, 25% for the lighting arrow. Sure, let's see with the... I think I forgot to select the... I hate when this happens. Anyway. You're a ranger. Sure, hamstring. Maybe you wanna... You save. Damn! Okay.
Charge! But charge quietly.
Okay, if you take out... Well, guys. Guys! Crying out loud. Okay, I guess maybe you weren't in range. Okay, wolf companion. Kalak. Who would be next? You over there.
Under their noses.
Don't have a lot of options. I think I wanna throw the item. I don't have it here, right on the bar to throw. Attack main hand. That's to throw her. Why aren't you? It is thrown, yeah. Okay, why are not letting me select the throw? Game. I guess do a brutal leap. I'm gonna check later on. Okay, action surge. Let's get rid of you. And I think that got rid of the wolf as well. Save the hamstring, of course it did. Right, weird that I cannot want to throw the weapon so you can return back. I guess that worked. Ooh, okay. There are not a lot of guys left from what I'm seeing. Damn. Okay. he got some skills. You are next over there. Gotcha. Path is interrupted.
the gods
No,
are watching me.
path is not interrupted. You know what? I'm gonna clear some of my
Always this same old song.
I can still move fast when I need to.
scrolls with the spells out. 60% Jahira, what do you have? Sure. Without the daggers. Oh, well, it's okay. We still have the rope if you want to get up. No worries. Oh, okay. Cunning action dash. I didn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Gotcha. Yeah, but this is easy peasy because there's not a lot of enemies left. Ooh. Ow. I think we might lose one guy here. Yep. Okay. We lost a bodyguard. I mean, everybody's a bodyguard here. Okay. You missed. Interesting that. Okay. From high ground.
Die in
Missed.
silence, evil!
Ah, okay. This is overkill. I'm not gonna waste. Ooh. Ah, sure. Just wanna see. Boom. Oh, and he's next. Level 1 beast. 10, 20, 10. Intelligence 6? Huh. So what's going on between me and Boo? Because Boo doesn't seem that intelligent by judging the stats. The hell? No, it's not Boo's turn? Why not? Okay.
Down the hatch.
You're out. Nice. And then... who is an enemy here? Okay, that's allies. Yeah, they're stunned. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Kalak. More than that damage, come on. A critical hit, too, really? Okay. He's doing a lot of damage and a lot of stuns. Okay, missed and... oh, this is me. Sure, firebolt. Do I have? Come on. Actually,
May the gods take you first.
it's not a lot of damage, guys.
Orders.
The hell?
Serene she might seem, but nature has claws.
Oh, that one is out. Yeah, just to clear some of my inventory in terms of scrolls, because I have a lot. And I'm fine with it. Zero damage? Damn. Who is that guy? Ow. Never mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, hold up, hold up, hold up, whoa, 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 what's going on? Wait, 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 wait. Whoa, 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 what happened? Okay, they're temporarily hostile. Well, why? Is it because of the ray of frost? Because I see here difficult terrain. Well, what difficult terrain? Yeah, why they turned on Jaheira all of a sudden? Because it says attitude Jaheira. Oh, for crying out loud. I do have my exit over there.
Someone hold Boo. He does not enjoy the bumpings to come.
Right, no, 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 we're not gonna fight. It means you're out. I don't even know where this exit was. Oh! Okay, right here. Ah! I did not. Okay, so you're out. Who was next? Garlac. Can you jump? Oh, I think you can. No.
Soldier.
I'm gonna take attack of opportunity, but I'm fine. No, we're not fighting here. I'll just resurrect Jaheira then. Then I need to get out. Or is it because of the charges? Okay, hold up. Alright, so Lady Quincy, you made a fail-safe condition against prone. Yeah, I think because of the Ray of Frost. Because Lady Quincy is this character here that was down here. That's why. And that Of course you saved. Why wouldn't you? I'm in a really bad spot. At least one attack of opportunity.
Very well.
And like I said, I'll just resurrect Jakira. It's a lot of guys. I'll counterspell as well. I'm thinking maybe I'll do a long rest afterwards. Maybe miss. Ow. This time you don't have any more attacks. Ah, cunning action dash. Right.
I need to hold on.
Dash, that's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you for real? How many more attacks do you have? Oh, I'm allowed. I'm gonna have to resurrect myself also. Guys, can you stop having that many attacks? I'm allowed. Just dash.
Let me at it.
Right, here's one.
That's enough gawking all. Back to work. There's a mess needs cleaning up here.
Hey, so that happened.
Tonight, Boo dines on faux flesh.
Now hold up. If I'm dead,
Thou walkest alone. On all these,
okay,
love is
same
no domain of, and
about romance.
fate, dost thou require a new ally? Oh, then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. By doom and dusk I strike
Let's
thy
just make them
name
both.
from the
That's a good
archives.
option that I can select all of my party members. And that kinda...
Let's move. Best be on my way.
Then speak to animals. Just have it, sure. Also, how much gold do you have?
Interesting selection.
1,700, not a lot.
How much farther
Right,
can I
so
go?
that happened. Now, it says temporary hostile, which means if I go back, they should be fine, right? Problem is the attitude.
Oi! What we told you about bloody singing?
Do what must be done.
Oh, Jahir is here. I was literally on top of her. Right, so shall we do this again, guys? Okay, you're still chatting with me. Mole.
Ready to do some business? Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
Do you have anything interesting? Nah.
Sometimes stuff we sell.
Ah, hold up.
Fetcher isn't himself, so
Hold up.
I'm running the shop.
I can clear some of the items from Minsk. Actually, I could have. I mean, I have the other amount of restoration. Could have healed a bit right now. Oh, I don't need lockpicks. Hold up. Don't need that. Okay. you're using the gold from here. From what I see.
Sometimes.
Hold up. Why? Why are you using the gold? Why is it crying out loud? Why did you put it all the way down there? Well, why are you using this gold?
Still breathing. Despite
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Right. So I'm gonna need 164. Yeah.
no one's stopped me yet.
Maybe because I bought with Minsk and he technically doesn't have any gold and the game just
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
took some gold. Okay, again, why are you putting it right there? 10k, there we go.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, 9 fingers.
What
Shall
path lies
we
before me?
have a proper chat? Or was it because I checked the pouches? I don't know.
Seems this individual doesn't think very highly. Now's your chance to offer something worth.
Wonderful. Right, I have to give something as a gift. You know, maybe. Well, actually, as far as I seen these ones, I was thinking of giving scrolls, but that's not gonna help. I'm just gonna. Here, 1000 gold, just because I'm generous. It should be fine, right?
Zenta down. Just you and me now, Stone Lord. So if you mean to take my chair, you'll get no better chance than this.
Minsk has no interest in your furniture, Nine Fingers. Only in the wicked rump that fills it.
What?
What?
You have been a stone in this city's boot for too long. And it will be no Stone Lord who reaches twixt Baldur and sticky toes to dislodge you. It will be Minsk!
I haven't got the slightest idea what he's trying to say.
I know.
Proof
What?
that he is back to normal. No.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, explain it all. The tadpole, the absolute, his time as the Stone Lord.
A bizarre tale. But it fits this idiot somehow. But if he's back to himself... Good. I'd rather you die as Minsk, the mad Rashimar. It's silly, but... Do you know? You were something of a hero of mine when I was young.
Even now, your tongue twists the truth. When you were young and 10-fingered still, Minsk and Boo were stone, instatuated on a city square.
Aye. I remember the spot. By a garden on the Wide. A soft thicket near the market, with ample pockets to pick. Celestia itself to a street rat looking for shelter. You might not have been wrestling monsters, but you kept the wind and the rain off. Heroic enough for me.
Bah! You tried to dampen Boo's eyes. Do not think you will be spared his teeth. Evil is evil, even if it was once innocent.
Oh, I'm no innocent. But evil? Well, you tell me. With the Fist, the Watch, and the Council itself all licking the Absolute's boots, who's the only one left standing to protect Baldur's Gate?
She's right, Minsk. She's been an ally down through the years. A friend, even.
A friend? Jahira, Boo cannot believe his ears. Has the city fallen so far in our absence? Are there no heroes left?
Heroes come and go. But the guild has always been here, protecting the city. Until the Stone Lord came to break us.
Ooh. Why the third option? History will remember that Stone Lord as far worse a villain than Nine Fingers. Don't make it worse? But wait, to whom am I saying this? Am I saying this to Nine Fingers? That doesn't seem right. I don't know, I'm a bit confused why I would say this. I don't have the other options. Yeah, she's right. No, actually, I'm saying this to Minsk. Yeah. Because now I see from the first option. I was wondering if I'm not actually saying this to Minsk. Well, I think some of these options are towards Minsk, maybe the first three, and then the fourth is like towards Nine Fingers. Yeah, history remember the Stone Lord as far worse as a villain than Nine Fingers. Don't make it worse. Gonna actually go for that one. Guidance. Actually advantage. Then guidance from Jahira.
I am shamed. Nadeshka. Unworthy to fight alongside my friends. Boo. What am I to do?
I can't speak for your rodent, but I know something of debts. If you reckon you've got one to repay, well, we could always work together.
With you? Pfft. Minsk has no lust for gold. That he would shake grandmothers by their ankles or set Boo nibbling at their purse strings.
I'm not talking about that. We've both got bigger enemies than one another. The city's enemies. And Tyr's honest truth, you gave my guild the wake-up call it needed. We've grown complacent, lazy, too sure of our standing. We never would have needed the Zent if we'd had a fighting force of our own. Swords for the city when the Watch and the Fist fail us.
Like a berserker lodge of my homeland. No army or militia serving the local lords, but heroes working for the common good.
Heroes.
Sure.
Very well. Minsk and Boo accept.
I'm sorry, you what?
Boo and I will be your berserker lodge, taking the ugly ways of your guild and beating them into a more virtuous shape.
That's not even slightly what I was saying. I wasn't asking.
You are right. I have proven myself unworthy. I cannot serve this city if I was so easily turned against it. If I do not know my own mind, perhaps I no longer know what is good.
Yeah, I know. I just saw the face on Nine Fingers and it's kind of the same that I'm making like, what? Simple then. Looks like, yeah, Boo is the brains right here, despite the fact that he has like 6 intelligence. But sure, simple then. Trust that Boo will guide you both.
Boo! Boo! Kingpin Boo! My friend, your wisdom is vast and unknowable as the Rashimi High Country. What say you, Boo? When the Absolute is slain, shall we join Nine Fingers Keen and show her the ways of goodness?
You did say he was your hero, Estelle. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, can't we just go back to killing one another instead? All right, fine. Let's leave this particular fight for when the actual war is won, shall we? With the Stone Lord off my back, I'll be able to bring my people out of hiding. Cobble together a force, so we're ready when you call on us. You have my thanks. Though, I'm still not actually sure you haven't made my life that little bit harder.
I think you should be fine. Does that mean wait, what scrolls? Is there a scroll I could have taken? Ah, it's just simple scrolls. But does that mean...
What's up for discussion?
So the guild comes out on top. Sometimes 9 fingers are all you need, eh? What are you having?
A drink. Drunken cloth. While drunk, you have advantage on Constitution saving throws, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier at the start of your turn. But we are not drinking. This looks like a gear. If you wanna do maybe, I don't know, like some kind of drunken master playthrough. Maybe go unarmed monk, then just be all the time drunk. Because you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier at the start of your turn. So every time, does this stack in a way then? No. I mean, it could stack if the temporary hit points you gain the previous turn are still there. But I'm thinking it's just gonna top up all the time at the same amount. So even if you have like, I don't know, maybe like 5 hit points from the previous turn, you're not gonna get that extra 5 hit points added. It's just gonna go back up to the temporary hit points, the max amount that you get depending on your Constitution modifier. So let's say you get 20 and you have 5 left, you're not gonna have 25, you're still gonna have just 20. Maybe. It does not say here. Nomagoku Shigo was the warrior. I wonder if this is... I mean, could be like a previous character from the previous games as well, sure. But I'm thinking if this is a bit of a Easter egg to the Drunken Master movies.
See anything of yours? No, you didn't.
Okay, do we have
isn't
extra gear?
himself, so I'm running the shop.
No? No extra
You
gear?
buying or
Really?
selling? Sometimes.
I thought maybe. Yeah, it looks like if I would have been with the other guys, maybe I could have looted around here, but I'm not gonna have them attack me again if I do that. Okay, we have the guild defeat the Zentarim. Sure, this already was here. 9 fingers, he grateful that we helped her retain the control. It said there, but I don't know why. Again, I'm assuming the Reo finger from Jahira. That's what happened. Okay. Oh, we still have to return the gold. Probably is gonna be that one. So I don't keep transferring gold from my character into the purse. But for now, I'm gonna do a long rest to see. I know it's not necessary, I still have short rest and all that, but I'm just curious to see if there's some story with
Jahira,
Minsk.
Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Bo greet cheek with hand.
That sounds like a fun evening.
It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
Ooh. Speaking of feelings, does the means know you were ready to kill the Emperor for him? Are you talking about the Emperor? Or another Emperor? Well, the trail would have ended there instead of leading you to attack Catherick, the Prism, me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for persuasion actually. You're the only one Minsk listen to, remember?
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jahira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waklaren?
Wiklaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Bo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jahira does as Jahira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sweet.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Waklaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Oh. Don't make Boo sad. Actually, oh, we can talk with Boo? Really? Oh, and finally, Alien is here. Let's see if she has something to say.
Ally mine, we are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
Yeah, my pleasure. He had it coming.
He did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Oh?
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
Can we chat more? Not okay. Bye. Take care. Why did Jahira disapproved? Did he disapprove of this that they're leaving? Oh. go help, or was it a delayed disapproval from our conversation with Minsk? Okay. Astarion?
I don't like getting caught between the guild and the Zentarim. You always make enemies when you take sides in a struggle like that. And in this case, they're enemies we might not see coming until it's too late.
Okay, thank you for the commentary.
Need something?
Nothing else. Gale?
Hardly the noblest conflict we've encountered, but criminals will have their squabbles, even in the looming shadow of utter annihilation.
Okay, and then regarding the
what's on your mind?
Nothing extra. Ah, the water is still here from cleaning them. Okay, Karlak.
Minsk is so amazing.
You made me jealous a bit.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. Oh, okay. This is then one of the new animations. Okay. That was nice. And now she's glowing blue again. Huh.
Swoon.
She's gonna be red. I wonder if this is because some kind of like mood thing, you know? When she's like angry, normal, she's like red, and when she's like happy and whatnot, the fires turn blue. Maybe that's why.
Is something burdening you?
A lot of things, but I just wanted to see if you have something to say. So, Alien and Isabel left, but we still have Mizora here.
How? Come for a chat?
I mean, I can tell her to get out, but I wonder if I do that, if that's gonna be permanent, like she's not gonna help us anymore, or just tell her, like, can you not stay in our camp? Alright.
Oakfather preserve you.
Nothing, Arsene? Will.
Let's talk.
Still have that on top of your head. It's starting to become annoying.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all that.
Okay.
Yes?
Hira.
Ask it.
I think we already conversed about that one. Nothing new. Minsk is having fun.
My friend, now we have settled the matter of the guild. I fear there is something I must tell you. You and Boo both. It may shock you both to know, but Minsk and this Stone Lord, they are one man. The same one man. And that same one man is Minsk.
Okay. I mean, you can blame yourself. The cult were manipulating you. I was a bit confused again. I mean, that's Minsk. A bit confusing. I was wondering if there was, or if there's more to this.
Minsk does not blame Minsk. Minsk blames the Stone Lord. But if the Stone Lord is Minsk, then, well, Minsk grows dizzy. I wish to believe the Stone Lord's evil was the worm alone, tainting my thoughts with foul dung. But I see now, the dung was within Minsk all along. So I wonder, If Minsk can be a villain, and Nine Fingers a hero, must it be so with all creatures? Is there good and evil within us all? Boo calls this nonsense. Less thinking of bad thoughts, says he, and more breaking of bad bones. But still, I would hear what you have to say on the matter, my friend.
Alright, so it is what I thought he was going for when he said like Minsk is Stone Lord and all that. So he's like saying just because he had the title of Stone Lord, he was still himself, like he was capable of that regardless. And the title of Stone Lord, it was just put there to differentiate between him and Minsk in a way, but just by name. Okay. I would say everyone has the potential for good. It's just buried deeper in some. Or lost along the way.
I see. In the case of Nine Fingers, perhaps it was all bunched up in that finger she lost. It shall be for Minsk and Boo to be her virtuous pinky.
Oh dear.
It is strange. A worm sits within my skull, twisting my thoughts. But it is you that have made Minsk see the world anew. You, my friend, are the true parasite. There is good and evil in all. Let us go crack villainous skulls so that the virtue might leak free. Yes, Boo. I am becoming something of a philosophizer.
Wait, shouldn't it be philosopher? Thank you for the compliment, I guess. For calling me a parasite. Right. Is there anything more I can learn about you? Oh, you called yourself Nideshka before. What does that mean?
It is a phrase in the old tongue of Rashiman, meaning blunt blade. Even in the very belly of their battle rage, a berserker must always know friend from foe. A berserker who cannot must into battle with a blunted sword, so that their rage might harm none but themselves.
Oh. Ooh, I have an option for Bard and Warlock as well. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Warlock here. You have power and you decided how to use it. No one else. Might be a bit... Oh, almost failed that roll though.
Boo and I, we thank you for your kind words, my friend. But Minsk knows when he has made a mess that is for him and him alone to clean. But still, I will strive to be worthy of this faith you show in me. After all, even a blunt blade can break some bones, is it not so?
True. I fear that might have been a bit condescending when I say that. But in a way I can understand by it. You have the power. And only you can decide how to use that power. Anything else, Minsk?
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring.
I don't think you're half as dumb as you pretend.
How dare you? Minsk pretends at nothing, half the way or otherwise. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
Oh, there is a lot more. Okay, tell me more about Rashiman.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands, they are silent. But in the far north, they know how to speak still.
Why do you call this the Sleeping Lands?
Because it is slow and stupid and sleeping. Who says Minsk should phrase this in a kinder fashion? Telthors are the living soul of the land. They flit about, offering petty blessings to those who show respect, or playing tricks on those who do not. This is so in Rashomon, but not beyond her borders. Here the spirits sleep, and perhaps we ought to be glad of this. In Rashomon, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil.
You mean...
If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
What? Okay. Sounds like an interesting place. Why did you leave?
The first time, my Dajema. A warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Ghost, Minsk returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Maybe. That's a long time, though.
As you wish. Boo, do you have much to say on the matter of something else?
Can we discuss the tadpole?
As you wish, but quietly. It is listening.
Okay, already had this conversation. Anything else?
What is it, my friend? Minsk is an open book with many pretty pictures.
Yeah, okay. Have you and Jahira always had such a quarrelsome relationship?
We have. Is it not wonderful?
Do you even know what that means?
To irk your friend so that she wishes to fill you with some crossbow quarrels, but knowing she never will for fear of hitting your hamster. There is no need for sweet words between companions such as we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren.
Huh. Yeah. It's sweet that you and Jahira still have one another after all this time.
A hero is only as good as the friends they have at their back. This is why Boo favors this spot just above my buttocks.
Oh, Minsk. You're great.
What is
Anything
it, my
else?
friend? Minsk is an open book with many pretty pictures.
Any thoughts on our companions?
You hear that, Boo? Your keen skills of observation have not gone unnoticed. Our friend wishes to consult your wisdom.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions, Boo.
So small is Boo that he is often mistaken for a pinecone, and many secrets are spoken in his hearing. He will tell what he knows. But Minsk, of course, will translate.
Okay, this should be interesting. Let's hear about Astarion.
Oh, the pale scoundrel has his charms, it cannot be denied. But, my friend, it gives me no pleasure to tell you, Astarion is not what he claims to be. Just last night, Minsk was dressing one of his many heroic wounds in camp, when Astarion stumbled upon the scene. I tell you, he grew pale as death itself. He licked his lips and trembled so violently that Minsk thought he might faint on the spot. The truth is painful, but undeniable. Astarion is a coward. How can he fight the battles to come when he grows soft at the first sight of blood?
Right.
Just one moment. You are sure? And you could not have told me this before? Minsk may have been mistaken. Boo presents compelling evidence that Astarion may in fact be a vampire.
What? No. No, well, yeah, that he is. But one of the good ones.
Minsk has met many vampires, and never one whose smile did not hide treacherous teeth. But, as you say, this world is a strange and wondrous place. Minsk has seen the soul of an angel in a child of Baal. Once, even a kind banker.
Oh my
If the
god.
sun can bear to look upon Astarion's monstrous face, then so can Minsk and Boo. For now, at least.
Okay. Next. What about Will?
Ah, the great blade of frontiers. A fine name. Minsk has no idea what it means, but it suits young Will's air of mystery well. It is good to know the city did not go unprotected while I wore pigeon droppings on the wide. Jahira did her part, of course, but she prefers to scowl from the shadows. The city needs a name, a face, preferably a furry companion, too.
Agreed. But... yeah, he has a companion, alright. Her name is Mizora.
Mizora. This is some manner of exotic bird?
No, she's in the camp. Did you not see her? Oh, Minsk. Yeah, close. A Cambion, bound to him by an infernal pact.
What? Will, the blade of frontiers of whom I heard, is no man to deal with devils. Boo speaks sense, as ever. There is goodness in Will. We have seen it. If there be a devil on his shoulder, then Minsk and Boo will sit astride the other. He will not be long in coming back to himself, I think.
Oh. Hold
Not minding is one of the many things Minsk is known for.
There were more people.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo.
What?
Minsk is an open book, with many...
Okay, there we go.
Boo is ready with the musings.
How are you and Gale getting along?
I do not wish to speak of the wizard.
Why?
I could not have said it better myself.
So, what's your problem with him?
He came to me one night with a little book of mischief, full of words and their meanings. posterior, he says. Can you say posterior? Pwah, I refused. Minsk does not need to know the language of wizards.
That isn't wizard talk, man. It's another word for butt.
It is an inferior word. Far too long to use in a battle cry, which is where a butt belongs. Gale would do better to educate himself in the ways of sword and steel than to throw these pointy words at Minsk. Ah, yes. Gale also owns a cat. A cat with wings. That is most unnerving for poor Boo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but still, give him a break. He's only trying to help.
Never! If he is not careful, Boo will shred his books and use them as bedding.
Okay, what about Halsen?
Who is Halsen?
The elven druid?
Oh, the tiny, puny elf with leaves in his hair and dirt under his fingernails. His
Puny?
name is Haletosin. How very unfortunate.
Oh my god. It's Halsen.
That is what I said.
You're both giant hulking do-gooders. I thought you'd get along.
Minsk saw the druid chasing himself in circles and sniffing his own butt last night. He has spent too long as a wolf and not enough as a man. No, Boo! The druid did not beat Minsk at the arm wrestling. It was not a fair match, and it turned into an owl bear midway through, and there was grease on the tree stump.
Oh, okay. That takes me out of the conversation.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk is open?
There's
Who
still
is
two
ready
more.
with the musings?
What about Lae'zel?
Minsk knows her people well. The skin of the world is thin up in Resheman, and it is easier there for things to slip between the planes. Sometimes these are wonders from other worlds. Sometimes warriors, hungry for plunder. Such visitors have inspired a saying among my people. The children of Gith live long and forget the face of death. And so they come to Reshiman to be reminded.
But Lae'zel is not exactly her people.
And Minsk did not mean to say so. No more than he is a Hathran of his high country. No, Minsk has no hatred for Githyanki. It is a fine thing to fight against them. And a fine thing to fight beside them too, I think. Besides, the children of Gith alone have witnessed a sight that I have long yearned to behold.
And for a moment, you share in a vision tinged with his awe. Imaginings of the astral sea, an immense horde of wild space hamsters drifting in the endless expanse.
The Githyanki may have Minsk of Reshiman's ire, sometimes healthy servings of his sword. But for this, and this alone, they shall always have his respect.
Okay.
You will grow to like Jahira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes? Minsk is an open book. Who is
And
ready with the
lastly, it's
musings?
gonna be Shadowheart. I thought maybe we'll get a bit more regarding the space hamsters in the vision and whatnot. Maybe something Bull would say something about, but guess not. Right, what are your thoughts about Shadowheart?
She hangs split between her two sides. Like a fifth coin that Boo once ate while it was still in the air. But, like Boo, after a great struggle within, I think Shadowheart has finally brought that coin to Earth. She is a Sharin no more, and free of her wretched and evil fellows.
I don't think all of the Sharons were evil. Some were just misguided.
Boo says it was perhaps a den of denial, rather than a den of evil. Minsk says one thing is very much like the other. Silence and secrecy grow evil just as a cellar grows mushrooms. Big, plump, stinking evil. That is why Minsk always speaks his mind. Loudly!
Wait. What place? Hard to believe Shadowheart grew up in that place.
My old friend Keldorn told me that the righteous must end their rage when the battle is done. But when Minsk thinks of those villains tormenting our gentle moon witch, he wants to kick them in the cloisters.
No need for rage. Shadowheart's safe now.
Not just safe. She is among friends. Minsk is her friend. You are her friend. And, most important of all, Boo is her friend. I do not know all of those words, but it is clear that Boo likes Shadowheart best of all. A little too much, perhaps. It is good that Minsk is too reasonable to ever become jealous.
Yes, indeed. That was a weird one. What place are we talking about? Right, let's just end the day, because this episode is rather long. So let's see if there's something. Means disapproves because I stopped concentrating on friends, or or because I used that on him. I don't think I have a 1. Nope. I do have a bit of red wine. Is there anything gonna happen? I don't think so. Cool. Okay, journal updated. Roland is grateful for our help securing this position in the tower. Yeah, I think I already knew that.
Yes?
I don't think anybody has anything to say.
Need something?
How can I help?
Just gonna do a quick over here to see if there's...
What's on your mind?
Yeah, nothing. I think I'm gonna keep the same team composition. Oh, Mizora, you have something to say?
How good. Come for a chat?
No, okay. Again, the same bug that is showing.
I wasn't...
You know, I want to select you again. Sorry, Shadowheart.
Let's talk. Oakfather preserve you.
Okay, don't think anybody has anything else to say. Maybe Minsk?
Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks.
Indeed it is. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode, and the next one we're gonna return the gold again. So if I do any shopping, then it's not gonna take from the bag, because yeah, I'm just gonna give the gold. I'm okay with for gold, unless maybe get some dice rolls and maybe keep some of the gold. We'll see. But for now, I'll leave it here for this episode and continue next time. So hopefully you enjoyed this part, guys. But as always, don't forget to take care.